It's 2:30 in the morning, and I should just go back to bed. I know that. But I have this idea in my head that I have to watch Shutter Island. I have to watch it now. Right now. This is the moment. So let's watch Shutter Island. This movie's kind of flown under my radar a little bit. I've known about it for a while, but it became really heavily suggested after I watched Identity. So I really liked Identity. I had a good time watching it. I know some people didn't like the twist of that movie. I don't care. I did. I liked it. And I'm excited to watch Shutter Island. Leonardo DiCaprio. That is the one thing I know about the movie. Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he visits like an island, Shutter Island. I think it's like basically Arkham. I don't know for sure though. I guess we're gonna find out, and we'll find out right now if I'm talking differently or quietly. It's 2:38 in the morning. I do live in some apartments, and I've never heard anyone else talk. I probably could talk at a normal volume, but I just don't want someone knocking on my door like, stop screaming, just in case. I'm just gonna talk at a volume that feels appropriate for the middle of the night. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm excited. Let's experience Shutter Island for the very first time right now. Okay. Real creepy music at the start. I love it already. Ah, yes. Leo must be on a boat. That is a rule.
Pull yourself together, Teddy.
Yeah, man. Is that Mark Ruffalo?
You okay, boss?
Oh, it is. Yeah, definitely is.
I just,
Incredible.
You're my new partner. That's right. Not the best way to meet with my head halfway down the toilet.
How come they didn't meet before the boat departed?
Babe? I was.
Oh, that's, that girl. She's very good.
She died. There was a fire at the apartment building while I was at work. 4 people died. It was a smoke that got her, not the fire, so that's...
Do it again. Yeah.
Boys seem a little on edge, Mr. McPherson.
Right now, Marshal, we all are.
I absolutely love the music of this film so far. It is setting an atmosphere.
Electrified perimeter. Seen something like it before.
I mean, if the perimeter is as electric as this soundtrack, it is a secure facility.
Ward C is that building on the bluffs. An old Civil War fort. The most dangerous patients are housed there. Admittance to Ward C is forbidden.
You act like insanity is catching.
You are hereby required to surrender your firearms.
Weird little struggle. Why does Teddy have a band-aid on his head? Interesting detail. Scariest image of the movie so far, and the music is just nowhere to be found. I feel like I'm going to see that woman in my dreams when I do go back to sleep. Oof.
Used to be the kind of patients we deal with here were shackled and left in their own filth. They were beaten.
And now?
We treat them, try to heal, try to cure.
It's a better tactic.
These are all violent offenders, right? I mean, they've hurt people.
It's my job to treat my patients, not their victims. I'm not here to judge.
So this female prisoner escaped sometime in the last 24 hours.
Last night, she killed all 3 of her children. She drowned them in the lake behind her house.
I'll hope you catch her.
Then she brought them back inside and arranged them round the kitchen table. She ate a meal there before a neighbor dropped by.
To kill your children and then eat a meal. Well, you gotta eat, I guess.
She insisted the children weren't dead.
What is this?
Sorry, Doctor. You don't happen to have an aspirin, do you?
What were those images?
She's never once in 2 years acknowledged that she's in an institution she believes we're all deliverymen, milkmen, postal workers. To sustain the delusion that her children never died. More disturbing is we don't know how she got out of her room.
Locked her in, Came back for a midnight round, she was gone.
Seriously, Doctor, how is it possible that the truth never gets through to her? I mean, she's in a mental institution, right?
The brain is powerful, right?
Sanity's not a choice. Marshall, you can't just choose to get over it.
Ooh, a note. He found that quick. The law of 4, who is 67.
If I know. I have to say, that's quite close to my clinical conclusion.
I love that line.
Last night, there were 7 men sitting at the base of those stairs playing stud poker. Yet somehow Rachel managed to slip past them.
Maybe Rachel was never there at all.
We're gonna need access to the personnel files of all the medical staff, the nurses, the guards, the orderlies.
Take your request under consideration.
This is not a request. You will comply.
All I
or
can
it's-
say is I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you can't bring them here to investigate and not let them investigate. You know what I mean? So where's
What
this
about those
Rachel?
caves down there? Have you checked them?
No way she could get there.
What's that tower?
It's an old lighthouse. The guards already searched inside it.
And you were at your post all night?
Yeah, but I didn't see a thing.
It really feels like she just disappeared.
Glenn,
Is the whole facility covering up something?
tell me the truth.
I maybe went to the bathroom.
Dr. Sheehan?
He's Rachel's primary.
He left on the ferry this morning. His
Why?
vacation was already planned. He'd been putting it off too long.
That seems very coincidental.
You let her primary doctor
That doesn't make
leave
sense.
on vacation?
Of course, he's a doctor.
They're very cavalier about this. None of these people seem to be taking this seriously. Oh, the storm is here. Perhaps in more ways than one. Maybe there's storms we haven't even identified yet. The music is making me want to talk like that.
You have outstanding defense mechanisms. You must be quite adept at interrogations.
Yeah, I don't like him either. I'm suspect of everybody. Like, why are you immediately trying to diagnose the detective?
You both served overseas, huh?
They weren't raised to run, Doc.
Ah, yes. And who raced you, Marshal?
Wolves.
Very impressive defense mechanisms.
I mean, why? I mean, you invited these detectives here to help you find a missing patient, and you keep referencing his defense mechanisms. That's weird. Assist him in his investigation. Don't antagonize him, or I don't know.
Bei der Befreiung von Dachau. Ihr Englisch ist sehr gut, fast perfekt.
You're a German?
Is legal immigration a crime, Marshal?
Oh, I don't know, Doctor. You tell us.
No.
No personnel files will be released to you, period.
They don't have the authority to refuse, and neither do you, sir.
Marshal, continue your investigation and we'll do all we can to help.
You're not doing anything to help.
We're taking the ferry back in the morning. Come on, Chuck.
Yeah, there's no point in sticking around if they're declining all your requests and not cooperating fully.
So are you ever sober anymore?
Killed a lot of people in the war. You real?
No. She's still here. She never left.
Your dead wife's giving you insight into the case. That's concerning a little bit, but I kind of like it.
You can't leave.
I'm not gonna leave.
I'm just bones in a box, Teddy.
No.
What an interesting visual. This is a nightmare. The ash from the fire falling as... why is she bleeding like that if she died from the smoke?
I'm not, but she is. So is he. Ladies, you have to let me go.
Yeah, I don't think he could ever let you go. Does he relive this every night?
I thought your investigation was finished.
Well, it's not like we could take the ferry.
Do you know the state of the mental health field these days, gentlemen? The old school believes in surgical intervention.
New school?
Psychopharmacology. A new drug has just been approved called Thorazine, which relaxes psychotic patients. You could say tames them. I have this radical idea that if you treat a patient with respect, listen to him, try and understand, you just might reach him. What should be a last resort is becoming a first response. Give them a pill, put them in a corner, it all goes away. The greatest obstacle to her recovery was her refusal to face what she had done.
Is there a reason you keep referring to your patient in the
In
past
the past
tense, Doctor?
tense. I noticed that too, huh?
Look outside, Marshal.
It's still an assumption and a leap.
Could you stop that? Please? Do you know a patient named Andrew Latus?
That's what the dream said. So who's Andrew Latus?
Did he ever make a pass at you?
No, Dr. Sheehan's a good doctor. He would never. Could I have a glass of water, please?
No problem.
What? Secret message for Teddy.
Who's Andrew Latus?
Thank you. Why are you trying to not include him in your thought process? Because is it personal?
Andrew Latus. He was a maintenance man in the apartment building where my wife and I lived. He was also a firebug. Caused the fire that killed my wife.
So you're not here for Rachel at all. You're here to track down the man who killed your wife? Or who lit the fire anyway? This seems wrong. Focus on the case.
Pretty sure he's not in Ward B. That leaves Ward C. Oh, he could be dead. So could Rachel Solando, for that matter. Only one place no one would really notice.
The lighthouse? Oh, the graveyard. That makes more sense than the lighthouse. What a weird suggestion I had. I just thought the lighthouse was creepy the way they talked about it.
When she sent me for water, she said something to you back there, didn't she?
Run.
Come on! Up there!
I'm not here to kill Latus.
So what are you here for?
When we got through the gates at dark, Al, the SS guards surrendered. When I went outside, I saw all the bodies on the ground.
Jeez. Incredibly haunting visual. Clearly it's haunting Teddy.
It was murder. That I've had enough of killing.
So why are you trying to find Latus? Talk to me.
After Latus vanished, I started doing some checking on Ashcliffe, conducting experiments on the mind. At least that's my guess.
And you think that's going on here?
I found somebody who used to be a patient here. The guy's name is George Noyce. He's a mess.
So really he's just investigating this place.
They're experimenting on people here.
How do you believe a crazy guy?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? Crazy people, they're the perfect subjects. They talk, nobody listens. I'm gonna blow the lid off this place.
He started asking around about Ashcliffe. Suddenly they need a U.S. Marshal.
I was thinking it's coincidental, but apparently not. They lured him here.
What if they wanted you here? We came here for Rachel Solando. Where's one shred of evidence she even existed?
Ooh.
There's no way they could have known I'd be assigned to this case.
Now they have us both here now.
Maybe.
If they're manacled to the floor, they'll die. 24 human beings.
I'd put all 42 in wards A and B in manual restraints as well.
Excuse me. 24 patients in Ward C. And 42 patients in wards A and B, which means there's a total of, 66 patients at this facility. Well, it seems to me Rachel Solando is suggesting that you have a 67th patient, Doctor.
Didn't McPherson tell you the good news? Rachel's been found.
Okay. She exists.
It's not a mark on her.
If you could tell us what you did yesterday, where you were.
I made breakfast for Jim and the children. I decided to take a long swim in the lake.
After that?
The tears.
I thought of you.
What is happening?
Don't you know how lonely I've been, Jim?
What? She thinks Teddy is her husband? Yikes.
You're gone. How am I supposed to survive? I buried you.
Yeah.
My Jim's dead.
Well, if her goal was to get out of answering the questions about her whereabouts, she succeeded in spectacular fashion.
We found her down by the lighthouse, skipping stones.
Lighthouse.
Safest place to be when the hurricane hits.
Maybe they're drugging him with booze. The man's not well.
Take these, Marshal.
He's been ill since we first met him.
He's going to need to lie down.
I've decided I'm not sure that I trust his new partner.
That's the ward. Don't you worry about him, all right?
Warden was staring him down, though. Maybe you need to have a conversation with him. Certainly if you're still chasing down Latus or investigating the facility, you do. But now that Rachel's been found, there's no reason for you to be here. Yeah, his mind seems to consistently go back to this mother and child frozen and dead in the snow.
You should have saved me.
He single-handedly wouldn't have been able to do that. Who is it that he really feels like he should have saved? His wife?
Ladies. No hard feelings, right?
Yeah, hard feelings. My wife's dead. What a weird dream he's having. This is still a dream, right?
Here.
Oh, jeez.
I could get into trouble.
What? Okay. So how exactly are you giving her a hand in this dream? Picking up one of the children, probably the one that you saw in the snow.
Why didn't you save me?
I wanted to, but by the time I got there, it was too late.
Wait, hang on. Is this particular child something else? What is going on?
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, wake up. It's getting weird. It looks a lot like your wife, but she's dead. So, are you still asleep?
Ladis isn't dead. You need to find him and you kill him dead.
I thought you weren't here to kill him. What about Ward C?
Nice day for a stroll, don't you think? Towards C, for example?
Yeah, this might be your only chance to get in there.
We got most of the Bugsies locked down now, but some of them are still loose. And if you see one, don't try to restrain them yourselves.
Oh.
Tag, you're in.
Why is that guy running so slow? His partner can't keep up. See Oppenheimer soon. Well, hang on, dude. Why are you choking him? I know he just had you in a chokehold, but like, come on.
What are you
Also,
doing?
how did y'all get so separated?
Catch them, not kill them.
He jumped us.
Was it a good idea to let him continue to walk alone in Ward C? This is not great for him. Who said latest? I heard someone say latest.
You told me I'd be free at his place. You lied. Latest.
Yeah, he's just sitting in a cell saying his own name?
Your voice. Don't you recognize it? After all the talks we had?
What?
George Noyes.
What?
No. Who did this to you, George? You did.
What?
All of this is for you.
What?
Been alone much since you got here? I've been with my partner. You never worked with him before, have you?
Correct. See, I don't trust him. I don't trust anything.
They're gonna take me to the lighthouse. They're gonna cut into my brain.
Is the lighthouse where they do surgery?
You can't dig out the truth and kill Latest at the same time. You gotta make a choice. You understand that, don't you? I'm not gonna kill him, I swear to you.
I mean, your wife told you to kill him in your dream.
Tell him why.
I mean, is he literally seeing his wife? Is this man insane? What is going on?
You have to let her go! I can't! I can't! He'll never leave this island. He's transferred. There's only one place he can be.
The lighthouse?
The lighthouse.
Ha ha ha.
Did you ever find Latest? His intake form. It's the only thing in his files. There's no session notes, no incident reports. I'll look at it later. I'm going to that lighthouse. Climbing down there when it's dark is a thin step short of suicide.
Maybe you better sit this one out then.
I'm going with you, boss.
I said alone.
Fine.
I mean, if he is legit, right? If he's a legit marshal, then he's got to be mad confused.
Couldn't get to it. The tide was up.
You expected him to just stay there wait for you? What? Did he fall? Did he jump? Was he pushed? Okay, assuming Chuck is the man that fell, he's probably not able to answer lots of rats coming out of the hole for no real reason that I can see. What is happening? Yo, I'm pretty sure this man's just losing his grip on reality. I mean, maybe they drugged him. I mean, Rachel's just tied up in this cave?
You're the marshal.
What, is that not Rachel? Okay, yeah, this is someone else.
Rachel Solando.
Wait, what?
The real one.
I never had children. I was never married. I was a doctor, Marshal.
They faked a Rachel?
I started asking about these large shipments of sodium amytal.
Psychotropic drugs.
Ever heard of a transorbital lobotomy? The brain controls fear, empathy, sleep, hunger, anger, everything. Create a man so he doesn't feel pain or love or sympathy.
So take away his humanity?
They're creating ghosts to go out in the world and do things sane men never would. How's your head?
My head?
Any funny dreams lately?
She knows.
We haven't taken any pills, have you? I mean, even aspirin.
How long before it's out of his
36
system?
to 48 hours for neuroleptic narcotics to reach workable levels in the bloodstream.
Oh.
Tell me what goes on in that lighthouse.
This is where they create the ghosts.
Who knows about this?
Everyone.
Oh, come on, man. The nurses, the orderlies?
Everyone.
It would explain the way everyone was acting when you got here. I don't know. Wait. Because they would have wanted you to find Rachel if that's the case. And it seemed like they were keeping you from finding her.
You'll never leave here.
I had a friend. I was with him yesterday, but we got separated.
You have no friends.
There you are. God loves violence. Why else would there be so much of it? It's what we are.
Weird take.
God gave us moral order.
There's no moral order at all. There's just this. Can my violence conquer yours?
Not violent.
Yes, you are.
You don't know me.
Oh, but I
No,
do.
you don't.
If I was to sink my teeth into your eye right now, would you be able to stop me before I blinded you?
What a weird conversation he just had.
Apparently, there was an unidentified man in Ward C yesterday. He subdued a highly dangerous patient. It seems he had a long conversation with a paranoid schizophrenic, George Noyce. 2 weeks ago, a patient got so wound up by one of Noyce's stories that he beat him up. Cigarette?
Oh. No thanks, I quit.
So you're taking the ferry?
I think we've gotten all we came here for, so...
We, Marshal?
Are they gonna act like Chuck never existed?
You don't have a partner, Marshal. You came here alone.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Is he gonna let him leave or not? He's all like, you're leaving on the ferry, but you don't have a partner.
So tell me again about your partner.
What partner?
Put me down in the, I don't know what to believe camp.
Going somewhere?
Heading out to the ferry, so...
Ah.
But, yeah, what you doing?
What's this?
It's just a sedative.
I mean, do what the note said. Run.
The world thinks that Chuck is dead, and he's perfect for their experiments.
There's only one place they'd take him.
The lighthouse.
Please don't do this. Don't go.
He's creating a distraction. Oh, the little girl. This man is literally surrounded by ghosts. Are they holding and experimenting Chuck in the lighthouse? Is Chuck dead? Was there never a Chuck? Yes. One of those is probably true. All right, there's guards there. Aha. Oh.
Don't move! Stay where you are!
I hate stairs like this. So far, it just seems like an empty lighthouse, so why was it guarded? What?
Why
What?
are you all wet, baby?
What?
The rifle's empty, by the way.
Was this whole thing a ruse? I need some coffee. What the heck?
Have Dr. Sheehan take a look at your man before you send him off.
Dr. Sheehan is on the island?
Came in on the ferry this morning.
Not exactly.
They've been lying to you since you got here, man. Maybe even before.
Dr. Solando. She told me about the neuroleptics.
Did she know? And when was this?
Maybe that was just a hallucination. I don't know what's real and what's fake.
She's not real. I'm not a fan of pharmacology, but I have to say in your case...
Chloroproma what?
The same thing we've been giving you for the past 24 months.
2 years?
You really think you're gonna convince me I'm crazy, huh?
You were a U.S. Marshal. Here's a copy of the intake form.
Is it your intake?
Former U.S. Marshal, known proclivity for violence, shows no remorse for his crime because he denies the
What
crime
crime?
Never took place.
It's your rule of 4. Andrew, what do you see? The names have the same letters.
Okay.
Your name is Andrew Ladis. The 67th patient at Ashcliffe, he's you, Andrew.
Oh. What was his crime?
You're the most dangerous patient we have.
2 weeks ago, you attacked George Noyce. No. Because he called you ladies. And you do anything not to be him.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I don't want it to be true, though.
Unless we can bring you back to sanity now, right now.
Which would be why this
Permanent
is
measures will be taken to ensure you can't hurt anyone ever again.
happening.
What about my partner? You gonna tell the U.S. Marshal's office that he's a defense mechanism?
What? So he's definitely not a U.S. Marshal. Maybe that's Dr. Sheehan.
Don't you recognize me, Andrew? I'm Lester Sheehan.
Yeah, there you go. So either what they're saying is true, or they're very, very freaking convincing.
I swore before the Board of Overseers that I could construct the most radical, cutting-edge role play ever attempted in psychiatry.
This has a ring of truth to it. I think that's what's happening.
If we fail with you, then everything that we've tried to do here will be discredited. Everything.
Like a lot riding
We're on the
this.
front lines of a war here, old boy.
Don't move!
And he's made his choice.
No. My name is Edward Daniels.
So we saw the blood, but he didn't even flinch. Jeez.
Dolores was insane, manic depressive, suicidal. You moved to that lake house after she purposely set your city apartment on fire.
Your children. Sime, your wife drowned them. The cabin by the lake.
That explains the dream.
The one you dream of every night. The one who tells you over and over that you should have saved her. Saved them all.
That explains so much.
I'm back.
Dolores? Why are you all wet?
I missed you.
Where are the kids?
They're in school.
It's Saturday. School's not in on Saturday.
My school is.
Real creepy.
Oh my God, no!
Horrific.
Let's put them at the table, Andrew. They'll be our living dolls. Huh?
Please stop talking.
Living dolls?
Set me free.
She wants him to kill her.
I love you so much. I love you like.
And he did. But that explains the blood and the dream.
Why are you here?
Okay, he seems to have
killed my wife.
accepted.
And why did you do that?
She murdered our children. After she tried to kill herself the first time, Dolores told me she had an insect living inside her brain.
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
She told me that, but I didn't listen. Can't take knowing that Dolores killed our children. I killed them because I didn't get her help.
Yeah, I mean, you would feel that responsibility for the rest of your life, forever.
We broke through once before, 9 months ago, and then you regressed. I need to know you've accepted reality.
How are we doing this morning?
So what's our next move?
You tell me.
Gotta get off this rock, Chuck. Get back to the mainland.
Oh no. Dang. So it didn't stick. Uh-oh. Oh, no. They're gonna lobotomize him
This
now.
makes me wonder, which would be worse? To live as a monster? To die as a good man?
Teddy?
Maybe it did work, and he's choosing to forget. He's choosing to become a ghost. That's what I think. He's choosing to let go. Like his wife asked him to in his hallucination. He's choosing to forget. He's choosing to hold on to his delusion and die a good man, rather than living as a monster. Directed by Martin Scorsese. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Scorsese film before. Well, that was Shutter Island. That was a journey. That was a psychological journey that they just took us on. All the performers in this movie were great, by the way, every single one of them. So we start off thinking this is just a detective story. Federal marshals, they've been brought to the island to investigate. And as we go throughout the journey, we start to get glimpses of what's going on inside of this man's mind. We don't understand them. We now know that it was images from his real life, things that were all mixed up. And I was starting to question his sanity throughout. I was starting to question what was real. And it turns out, what we were seeing, what we were presented with was the delusion, the last-ditch effort from mental health professionals, I guess, to try to awaken Teddy, Andrew Ladis, to his real self, his real life. I liked how they incorporated like little pieces of his story into Rachel Solano and just everything, how it all kind of worked together and came together. I mean, what he went through was horrific. His wife burned down their house. He didn't get her help. I'm just like processing it. And then she drowned their children and then he shot her. That in and of itself was a wild and horrific story. And then his quote at the end, it did work. They succeeded in what they set out to do. And he chose the lobotomy. I mean, it's like he's saying, well, if I can't live in my delusion, then I'd rather just become a ghost. This is the type of movie I can't wait to edit and so I could rewatch it and look for all these little details. But please let me know, did I miss anything? Did I walk away with the right understanding of the film? Let me know your thoughts and your perspective on this movie, your favorite moments, what you liked about it, what you hated about it. Just give me all the details. And I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe for more content just like it. If you want to support the channel, feel free to check me out on Patreon, where you can have early access to my YouTube videos as well as full movie reactions, but you can watch along with me. And there's also all kinds of exclusives as well. So just check it out. And yeah, the best way to support the channel though is to stay right here and watch this video that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And thank you to my patrons. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.